Hey guys.
Ethan took turns.
Welcome to episode 73 of Occultists Anonymous, sponsored by Roll20, The Onyx Path, and viewers like you. Thank you to our patrons who support us monetarily. No, hang on, I did it that way the last time. There we go. Alexander, Brandon, Danny, Doc, Emil, Giovanni, James, Josh, Cat Feathers, Melissa, Michael, Moku, Noba, Other, Perry, Puppeteer, Ryan, Schmitty, Senna, and Thomas. Thank you guys for your support. Other Michael, thank you for being just being you. And also thank you to everybody who subscribes, likes, comments, joins us in. I don't know if you've ever commented on a video. I suggest that you do, because it gives me a lot of pleasure to get a random notification on my phone, stop everything I'm doing at work and go, yeah, that was really funny, or no. It gives me much giggles at work. So when those just pop in, especially some of you who have commented right after it posts, besides those of you who went nice, excuse me. I haven't seen you around, by the way, in a while. So if you're still out there, give us another noise, because we miss you. Anyways, when we last left, the cabal was incredibly frustrated by a rather powerful spell found on top of the Pyramid of the Magician. Songbird said, okay, fuck this, and carved it away for a second, giving Wyrd a quick little glance at, what is this place? What is going on over here? Step. And it closed. And so we pick up in Uxmal, on top of the Pyramid of the Magician. What's up?
So I saw through the iris, and it looked like there was a thriving Mayan civilization on the other side.
What?
Yeah, like a full city.
Like in the past?
I didn't see any time effects going on. It looks like it's there on the other side of the iris.
So just like an alternate Earth? Or like a pocket dimension?
Maybe. But that certainly bears some looking at.
Know anything about space.
Craig, Wyrd at least knows that it's not something with time. So it's probably not an alternate timeline, because that would have let him see through, because there are those distortions.
So you can see alternate timelines.
Yes.
As time, not... I was thinking like temporal displacement would just be what it shows you.
Oh, no. In this case, like, there are distortions, irises, and some that go to this place or that place, and there's a particular kind, I can't remember what they're called, that are like, these are alternate timelines.
Yeah.
Because she added fate and time to that inward outward eye, that would have been able to see through a time one, but this was not a time one. So Wyrd effectively smashed up against the glass, squinted against the frosted glass, can kind of make out what is that, and it's this kind of Mayan civilization, which coming back a little bit, it is sprawling. Like, so it's not just like, oh, a mirror of this place, but still intact, but it extends for acres, at least.
All right.
Did they look modern?
What's that?
Did they look modern? Or was it like...
You couldn't
quite see that level of detail.
Yeah, like you could see figures, they might not be human, for all you know. Very, it's like I said, frosted glass, kind of effect. So you couldn't really see details. Poor Layla.
All right, so scrutiny time.
That is up to you guys.
I'm going to give it a go anyway. Or is this more your area for spelling, or?
Yeah, I'm going to take a look at this spell.
Cool. Roll that Gnosis plus Prime, I guess, because you're on the spell. It's an opacity of 2. Okay. 4.
Oh, wait, Veil is... oh, no, it's Veil Sympathy. Never mind.
Okay.
So it's 2, 1, and then reveal. Cool.
I did.
All right. Yeah, not very hard. Now that you know it's here and you know what you're looking for, and where did my focus page site? There we go. All right, so things that we have revealed. Oh, the higher the arcana, the higher the opacity. Whoops, whatever, don't care. Well, the spell itself is not very high because Supernal Veil is 2 dots, right?
2 dots.
Okay, cool. So yes, it was a Wiccan magic. No, it was not a rote. Oh, yes. The signature Nimbus that you got looks like that same Nimbus that you got off of the grimoire on Judd. Spell factors involved. This particular spell, including the remaining duration, it's indefinite. Whether the spell caused paradox, it did and was contained. Phenomenon linked to one that you've scrutinized before. It's a veiling. You know this. It is related to supernal realms and how the arcana relates to the it's prime. It's a veiling. It's hiding something from all magical senses.
Okay. Can I get a sense of like potency from it?
Mm-hmm. Actually, let me look over at Supernal Veil real quick, because the potency actually factors.
Or I can just do the like prime knowing spell real fast. Because the veil is hiding something else. It's not hiding itself.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't have to clash of wills the spell.
Correct. Yeah. Now that you know that the veil is there, yeah, you can study it. But yeah, potency doesn't actually matter, right?
Here's well.
Go ahead.
Songbird has something that he needs to think about, or the arcana of the spell, which is actually what I wanted to know. Like the arcana level and potency and all that.
Okay. Well, yeah, the arcana level, like it's literally Supernal Veil, cast from an archmage.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a discrepancy here.
Okay.
Because the same caster that I previously studied his work had, like, I need to know what the arcana rating is because in character I don't know it yet.
Oh, gotcha.
But Chris knows that there's a discrepancy because previously you told me that their highest arcana was 7.
Ah, shit. Okay. That's my bad then. Yeah, they should have had 8. They have 8.
Okay.
Yep.
They have 8. Okay. Then I don't really care about this then.
Okay.
It's the same thing. I recognize it as the same thing.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then gotta fucking tear this thing apart long enough for us to get through it and study it, I guess.
I'm gonna have to, long enough to scrutinize the iris.
Okay. I'm going to...
Can scrutinizing the spell make it easier to dispel?
Not really. All right. Previously, I rolled 10 dice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to, now that I know how strong it is, going to add another potency, so I'll get through it.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be down to 8 dice. I'm going to combo invisibility onto the same area.
Oh, okay.
So that when I open it up and we begin looking around at this thing, if someone happens to like glance in at us and stuff,
right? They would
have to cross the threshold of this room.
Right. I got you.
So yeah.
Okay, so
I'm going to overreach by 1 and roll 8 dice. By 6 dice.
If you're combining the spell, you roll your lowest arcana -2.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, hang on.
Let's not do that then.
Now you could...
Right, 8 dice. 8 dice, fuck this thing.
Yep.
And I'll do invisibility first.
Okay.
3, 5.
Gnosis plus Forces plus 5 is fine by me.
Yeah, that's fine. 10 dice.
Cool.
2 successes.
Throw up an invisibility.
So that'll last long enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then 8 dice.
With an overreach at this point because of advanced duration.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be. Mhm.
Spending mana on that?
Nope.
Okay. So roll your wisdom.
6. 5 successes.
5 successes. Oh yeah, sure.
What does that get me?
Sadly,
Nothing.
one bashing wound.
Yeah.
And then 8 dice for the actual disbelief.
1 success.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
So carving that away. Now there is.
Oh, and this would be 3 dice.
Oh yeah, because we've.
So I'll spend 2 mana on this one. So just a single dice of paradox.
Roll your wisdom again.
Cool. Oof.
Okay. It's been a while since I had to look at this. Let's see here.
What a good time for a paradox condition.
Hell yeah.
Freaking awesome.
Blah, 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 blah. Containing paradox condition. You have understanding, so it'll last for a day. Yeah. And let's see here. I don't think this is into your Nimbus. I think this is probably going to be Backlash. Yeah. So Abyssal Backlash. Next time you cast a spell that risks paradox, add dice to the paradox pool equal to the number of successes earned on the paradox roll. Oh. Okay, so an extra 1. Yeah. And then that is resolved by fully containing a paradox, or you scour the condition after
After a day.
After a day.
Okay. This is, it happens once or it happens all times that I risk paradox while it's there?
The next time you cast a spell.
Okay.
Yeah. Interesting. So it's only once. Are they all that way? Yeah. Okay. So Abyssal Imago is whenever they cast. And Abyssal Nimbus is... It just hangs on to you. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, they're kind of like tiers. Makes sense.
All
Interesting.
right, so I can see the iris.
Yes, because of inward outward eye. Yeah, you can see that iris, this kind of frosted glass, at this point, doorway.
What's my opacity?
Oh, let's see here. Because you're setting with space to figure out the eye. I think it's 3.
Okay. So I spent a mana because I'm scrutinizing with space. Right? So 4 successes.
Okay.
Jeez.
2 successes.
2 successes. Is Wyrd gonna do this without
Shut
any
up.
stress?
2 successes. Shut up! You're gonna jinx it. 1 success.
There you
That's it.
go.
You did it.
Cool.
That's pretty rare, actually.
Yes. Yeah, normally we're getting into your unsafe rolls and stuff.
Yep.
So, yes. This was not created by any awakened magic. This seems to be a
Naturally occurring.
fallen magic, perhaps. Yeah,
Okay.
it is not awakened magic. It's not abyssal. It's just something of, some kind of, fallen magic ritual or something like that created this.
And what's the key?
Right, which is the primary, because you've got all the different spell factors. And yeah, the key to opening this door is basically of being Mayan descent.
Oh. Well, that's not...
Tell Songbird this, please.
Sure. So the key to opening the iris is to be of Mayan descent.
Okay. Give me a minute.
Really?
Life magic.
Oh, right.
Just need to reach for 72 for duration and instant.
And just for the kids at home, what are you casting?
I'm casting Many Faces.
That's what I thought.
Which is the 3-dot life version of changing yourself.
Yep.
And I actually had this thought during the break that I would just do this as a sort of blending in thing, but now
you got to read
it was necessary.
for reals.
Yeah. And so, compared to Mutable Mass, which is just an illusion, it's all surface level, this goes as long as
it changes.
within the confines of species and age. So, still Homo sapien, and still however old Songbird is.
31.
Yep, thank you.
Did you have a birthday? I thought he was 30.
Oh, I don't know. Sure, he had a birthday. It's in April.
Oh, right.
So, overreaching 1. So, plus the... I guess plus some more now.
Right, because this is... so we previously
Second time adding additional plus 1 for the condition.
Right. And
so,
then
so 5 total.
5. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to... Well, here, knock my Yonsha down to 7.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use my actual tool.
Okay.
So it takes off back down to 3.
3.
And I'll spend 2 mana.
Okay, so down to 1.
1 dice. Just don't roll a 9 or 8 for me. Please. Cool, man.
4, all right.
Yeah, we're fine.
Cool. And hey, take that arcane beat.
Yeah, Arcane Beat. Arcane Beats by Dre.
Actually, I'm going to double check that real quick. I think it's an arcane beat. It would make sense that it's an arcane beat for resolving it, but...
Seems good.
Yeah. Grant an arcane beat.
Cool. And that's done?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to, still scour it later or anything?
Correct. It is gone, because you have resolved it.
Cool.
And roll your 6 minus 4 is 2 plus 7 is 9 dice. One success.
One success.
I'll spend my mana on it
Good
as well.
enough.
Yep. And
Cool.
so, yeah.
So that gets all 3 of us, grab hands and we
No,
change.
we're all Mayans now.
Yep.
We, change our features and blend in, and we don't even have to look like ourselves. It's just...
Yep. And yeah, with that, the spell goes off and there's like a beat. Hey. And the frosted glass turns just clear. For
Wyrd.
For a second or two later,
experience.
Atratus and Songbird see this kind of split in the air, just that expands out, and from
it opens for us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You ready?
Sure.
Fucking here goes nothing.
This is
In
far
we go.
outside my purview.
Yeah.
It's all right. Everything over there can die and is made of matter. You're not, and they have minds, I'm sure. So yeah, you guys grasp hands and walk. No. But you step through, which, there's no weird effect over you. There's no weird warbling portal or anything like that. You just step from, this, and it's centered in the pyramid, so that you step through, and it's as if you had not stepped anywhere. You're looking the same direction you had been looking, just now you're outside, and you are hit with a cacophony of sounds and smells of an active living city. People are moving about, but the people that you are seeing do not look human. The people, yes.
Chris knows what this is.
Okay. And so, the people that you are seeing have the enough similarities that you would call them humanoid. They have 2 eyes, they have a nose, they have a mouth, and stuff like that. But their features are immensely angular. Not to the point that their faces are like flat, but they have like high cheekbones, pointed chins. Their collarbones and shoulders where you see them kind of cut out, kind of like tip up almost, and stuff. Elbows kind of elongate just a bit. You can even see like their knees come to a point. Everything is just a little stretched, a little drawn.
They look like artistic renditions of, like almost like from Mayan art and stuff. Is that what's happening here?
Hang on, let me look at Mayan art real quick.
Very pointy people.
They're kind of pointy people. Let's see here. No, Mayan art doesn't quite portray people as like elongated or anything. Actually, they have a lot more curves.
Fair.
But yes, it does have that like not like an imperfect humanity. Somebody working off of a bad template kind of thing. Nobody looks, besides the obvious, they don't look human. And a little bit of an uncanny valley thing going. Actually, they're probably far enough from humanity to not be uncanny valley. But yeah, they look just a little bit, kind of odd, but, very like, I'll be honest, Atreides and Wyrd, at least, probably are like, oh yeah, this is like any sci-fi episode of Star Trek. These are, they're human. Oid,
They're the aliens, which are humans with funny prosthetics on their faces.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And they look at you because as you step out, like there is a man in like full on like must be priest regalia. He's got a bare chest, but got this like long kind of I don't want to say a narrow robe, so it doesn't go very far across his chest. So his chest is fairly bare, but it kind of drapes and stuff, and it is done up in beadwork and gemstones. He's got a, kind of swooped back hat, and kind of looks at you guys and kind of looks up and down and like turns and like calls out in something that is not Spanish. It is not English, and it's definitely not high speech because you'd at least understand that. And all of a sudden, like the area around down below, like everybody's looking up at you, and he's looking at you guys, and then kind of like brings his hands up and just takes like and kind of kneels out. There is no there's no bowing and worship. This is more of a terror. Oh no.
That's even worse almost. Yeah. I thought we were about to become C-3PO there for a second.
No.
This is worse.
Because we just stepped out of nothing.
You stepped out of... Well, actually, looking there, you can see the same portal that leads...
Oh, they can see it on their end too?
Yeah. Well, at least you guys can see the portal there. But yeah, it stepped out of thin air, and and there's, hands kind of like kneeling, and it's like eyes kind of down, non-threatening. Look, here are my hands. And just continues, and very plaintive gestures, and you can hear the tone in his voice. No idea what he's saying.
The tone says, "Don't kill me."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can I do mental scan at least so I can get the thoughts running through his head?
Absolutely.
Telepathy.
Brilliant.
I do have telepathy. That I don't think crosses a language barrier.
Let's double check.
Does it? Let's see. It doesn't mention a language barrier.
Between the thoughts.
This is you communicating your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it depends on if you're thinking you think in your language. So now that
to like, because you can still think of thoughts like peace, and you can send emotional stuff. You are totally cool to use telepathy to get around this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try that then.
But you do have to use the reach to be able to send and receive thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you're just picking up their thoughts.
Okay. And you're going to get a -2 penalty to mental actions because none of us have ever had telepathy done. All right, so let's cue this up. I need One for instant.
And as soon as hang on. Go ahead. I'll wait.
I'm doing the math on the spell. I need one for instant, one for scale, one for duration.
I think what Drew might have been gotchaing on is what yantras are you using?
Nope.
Oh,
I'm not worried about that. Not yet.
I have 2. And what type of spell is it? It's potency. Okay, so advanced duration gets me how long on that?
At least an hour.
An hour.
An hour? Okay.
-2 for him. For a day.
Well, I mean, I need the minus for scale to cover. No, advanced scale will cover 5, right?
Mm-hmm. So you can get
I'm going to get us and
this guy.
him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yantras.
He's looking at chat, I'm sure. Don't worry, keep going.
Let's see. 4, 5. I will give it a little power. I need to spend a mana to avoid that paradox.
Are you using your dedicated magical tool? Your necklace?
Let's see. That won't give me...
You can still use it even though your bonus won't go that high.
Correct. And here's the other thing.
Yeah.
Because, you are dedicating a new hammer.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to use that with every spell.
Oh, okay. Does it count as a dedicated tool yet?
No. But because you made a tool, you made a new weapon. So if it works as a weapon, it's still the +1 yantra, but it does not work as a dedicated magical tool yet.
Okay. Does a weapon count for this?
You are leveling, like, especially because you're casting it on this guy as well. Yeah, this is you, kind of influencing the world, and
help slicing through the.
Ooh, I like that.
Language barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Smashing, in this case, it is a hammer.
Yeah,
a hammer.
Let's see. So it's 4 instead of 5 then.
Okay. And then... sorry. Going back to the paradox. Are you using your dedicated your necklace? Or are you just...
Yeah, I'll use that too, because I can use 3 yantras.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that doesn't give me a bonus either, but...
Right.
Or, well, it doesn't give me a bonus, but...
And that's just a chance die, so it doesn't matter. Because you're overreaching by 2, you're getting rid of... Or, excuse me, overreaching by 1, which gives you 2 paradox dice. You're getting rid of 2 paradox dice. So it's just a chance die of paradox. So, at this point...
4 successes.
Dang, nice.
12 dice, 4 successes. What was the potency on that? It's mine, so it's withstand of 2.
Oh, I should have upped that then.
If you want to go ahead and just re-roll it as 10.
As 10, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Get 4 successes.
Not even close, baby.
There you go. So, yes. Everybody take an arcane beat. As you guys feel each other's minds and thoughts for the first time. This is a new novel experience. And
also start communicating with the root people.
Not quite. But yes, I did take it.
Oh, no.
I did take a little bit of, but it's not them. And you get a lot of fear coming off of this guy, which is, no surprise. And then his eyes go wide as all of a sudden he is feeling these, emotions from, because you guys are like, oh, we're getting emotions from our friends. Meanwhile, he has 3 people. He is definitely like shivering and like not sure of, what is going on. And if anybody wants to try and talk with him, please roll composure plus empathy.
Sure. Plus empathy.
Did you get a -2 to your
How
mental
many
actions?
dice you got?
I got 4 total composure and empathy.
Oh yeah, and -2.
And a -2
so
because
the 2.
you're not used to this.
Actually,
5 dots.
empathy is social, I believe.
Okay.
That is a social.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
cool.
I got 4 dots.
I
You
got
got-
5 dots.
Go ahead.
Songbird,
Wait.
talk to him.
Okay. Rip.
So you're trying to send messages across, which I'm not going to penalize you because it's not like this is suddenly going
Right.
to get misconstrued as like evil, but it is,
Right.
I imagine you're sending kind of emotions of peace and ideas of peace, which it doesn't come across as a sentence, but like he's picking up like some level of intention. Craig, if you want to go too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anybody?
I'll try.
Yeah.
Also,
2 successes.
Craig, you added space. Please
Oh.
re-roll.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Ash, you
I
only
keep
rolled.
forgetting.
Only
I don't
rolled
have any points in
composure.
empathy.
Oh,
I
All
have
right,
1
no, that
success.
would be a -1 actually. That'd be 1 die.
Yeah, if you... Okay, yeah.
So roll again.
both of you reroll.
Yeah, technically,
2 successes.
Ash, if you want, you could roll that composure 1. No, please don't. Yeah, so weird
I
manages.
mean, I kind of want you to see.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The world is right. Chris does not fail with 5 dice, but Ash gets it with 1. Everything is
She didn't get it.
but yeah, so yeah, weird. You're able to send in. Well, what is the message? I should have asked that first before you rolled, but
You have nothing to fear from us. If you bring no violence to us, no violence will come to you.
Oh,
Well, you said it.
rip.
Threatening them, but cool.
But the man kind of looks and like eyes a stage wider, and then nods, and you get all 3 of you get him kind of bump. Actually, we're gonna see what he gets. Let's get his composure of 2, and well, he's a priest, so he's got probably okay empathy, right? Yeah, we'll say 5. Okay, yeah, cool. So you get, this message of, awe and saying, feel safe here, lost ones. And then, he kind of stands up, shows his empty hands and kind of reaches, and then kind of motions you guys and starts carefully making his way down these 60-degree steps. And the other folks are, looking about, the cacophony of from your viewpoint now, a small city. It's still going about, but here on the temple, on these different levels and stuff like that, and down at the base has kind of slowed, and people are watching. There's, children who are, running to get closer, and mothers grabbing. It's like, what is this thing? What is going on? As you kind of make your way down the steps. And I'm going to just base off of the think of a message. Yeah, okay. So we're going to leave it as is for now. But he kind of makes his way down and turns to these to the people and sends some more stuff in this ancient language. We'll go ahead and call it for now. And motions for you all, and he kind of like pantomimes a wave, and then it's like. Yeah, and it's like
You
it's
wave to
okay.
everybody?
Yeah, smile and wave, boys, smile and wave. And everybody, starts to move about their business again, but like eyes are constantly coming back to you and stuff like that.
So I imagine we look like aliens to them.
Right. And he basically takes you from.
Also, I didn't change our clothes or anything.
I mean,
No.
also we're not
that's true.
pointy.
Yeah, you're not pointy.
Yeah.
Is
We're
probably the
dressed
biggest thing.
weird.
for sure.
We're physically
Mhm.
different.
Yeah. But he takes you down from the pyramid to one of the ancillary buildings, the ones that had been in our world collapsed. And inside is like this large, just absolutely gorgeous hardwood table, and these kind of small stools. And he kind of motions and like brings them out and kind of sets them out on like one side of the table and sits down, and then kind of looks at you all and speaks in his his language again and like looks for any comprehension and says, well, actually, to be fair,
I'm just gonna pantomime like thoughts.
right. And you're gonna try again. I like my priest, buddy. It sends forth another message and says, "What has kept you from, returning?"
A great many things.
And roll composure plus empathy.
Say that.
Sure.
At one point, are we used to the sensation and don't have to roll to communicate anymore?
Probably after this scene.
Okay.
So yeah, there's and so you said a great many things
Yes.
kept us from, and so he's kind of looking, and especially like because Songbird and Atreus, you are also hearing these garbled messages across.
I'm gonna try and get across. We didn't know the way.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, and so the man kind of looks from Wyrd, who the first message came from, and then Songbird's kind of makes sense, and he nods and he says, and kind of he makes some motion, some hand gesture, and with his mental stuff, you're getting a it's okay kind of pacifying motion, right. And says, actually, yeah. We're gonna roll again. Dude, this guy is awesome.
This guy's really good at
this guy's good
apparently.
He's way better than we are.
Yeah. And says, rest here before you continue your journey. We will feed you, we will clothe you, and you can continue on.
I want to make sure that like they're not under any hardship, like that doing this for us isn't going to be causing pain to somebody else. That's kind of what I'm trying to get across.
Roll it.
2 successes.
Yeah. And well, to be fair, dude, he's a master of telepathy. He says, no, this is our purpose. I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, this is our purpose. Generations have gone since another one of the lost ones has come. We are prepared for your, to care for you. And the care, the term "care for" comes across not as like it has a kind of like ceremonial preparation kind of sense. Crank's face went from yeah to ooh.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna find a gift for that one. This is not going to go well. Okay, we have come seeking something.
Oh, he knows that. He knows what it is too.
Maybe he does.
And it's the ritual that Drew just mentioned.
Yeah.
So what would maybe like wits plus empathy to like get a better idea of what he's describing? Because the last 2 things he said like trip something in Songbird where it's like
wits plus
we've
empathy.
Stumbled into something here.
Yeah, I think so. You're trying to get a read on him. Cool. This guy is not to the level of like zealotry or anything, but he's like, no, this is my purpose. I am here for this. I'm on board, and I'm going to make sure these guys are ready. What exactly they're ready for, no idea, bud. But yeah, he's on board, and he seems very upfront and like open about this.
Okay.
I want to try to ask him what our journey is.
Okay. Go ahead.
I think that was my next step as well.
Yeah, I know.
One success though.
She did it.
Got him.
Yeah. So yeah, and the quiet one, speaks in his mind, and he said, sorry, what was your question again?
what is our... I'm just trying to convey that, like, I don't know what our journey is.
What does he think our journey is?
Yeah,
Okay.
what do you think our journey is? Why are we here? Or why do you think we're here?
I'm
making this an aspiration, by the way.
What is...
Defeat the gods?
I made an aspiration
No, like-
to continue on the journey, whatever it
okay.
may be.
Sure. Absolutely.
I had a blank one, so like
and
communicating and figure
like,
out what's going on here.
Like I said, like if you guys go like, oh, this is replacing this, just let me know, and it's a thing.
My first one was join the pick up my legacy, so that one's done.
Okay. But yeah, he says, whatever lies,
outside.
Well, he says, I'm trying to figure out the right term he would use. I think, what lies down the golden road, we do not know.
Okay, so we are...
Do those come across in capital letters?
Capital G, capital
the
R,
golden
yes.
road, yeah.
Oh,
we are
fuck.
too.
We're blood sacrifices.
No.
Or you're heading to El Dorado, or it's a chantry and an archmage. Who knows? Yep. What time is it? Oh, damn! We're not quite at. We're not quite at
cliffhanger o'clock.
Oh crap!
Okay.
Holy shit! Songbird definitely is like. I don't like. I'll. I mean, or you can just like have it happen. Like I don't think Songbird keeps his composure when that is like mentioned.
Right. And so he's inundated with what? Not nervousness. What would you say the primary emotion is that when you say that? Or when he says that, rather. Like
a mix of like dread and like what have we gotten ourselves into?
Gotcha. He male Songbird?
Yeah.
Okay. He reaches his hand over and grabs yours, and like there's this firm squeeze, looks in your eyes. He's not letting me down, man. And looks in your eyes and says, "It's okay. You are supposed to do this."
Will we come back?
Roll. You're gonna ask.
-1.
Yeah. Nope. So he gets that you're asking a question, but he kind of shakes his
doesn't
head.
Know what I'm asking. Yeah. I'm gonna say that out loud to you. It's just like, will he come back? Like, when we all try to ask him.
Mage Sight. What is like? Does this guy show up in Mage Sight at all? Fade Time. Is he supernal?
He's definitely not supernal.
Just checking in, making sure.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the question. Mm-hmm. Amusingly, the one thing I will say is that fate for him, like, and again, fate for when you're like, you don't know what anything really means, not without spells, but yeah, he has a very single line,
narrow. Yeah,
he has one job forever.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna fuck it up for him.
Tell me more about the Golden Road.
What does he know about it? This might be the limit on this, though.
And his answer is, we do not know. It leads from here out.
How do you prepare us for the Golden Road?
Perfect. He sends something to you, and you're like, I didn't get that. Actually, I think at this point, especially since we're having a lot of back and forth, I'm going to just go ahead and say you guys are kind of accustomed to it, because even Atratus, who was the worst of you guys, was getting some of the stuff across.
Right. Sure.
And so at this point, you guys kind of have this repartee going. And eventually he's like, we clothe you, we dress you, we let you rest, and take care of your needs until you are ready to walk the road.
And how does one walk the road? When
With
somebody
your feet? Yeah.
When somebody walks the road, what do you see?
I see men and women walking. Yeah, and you get like even a mental image of like these people dressed fairly similarly to the other people you have seen walking down a road.
All right.
That is literally paved in gold.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that is a good question in chat.
Yeah, they're asking, does he have a soul?
If you still have Death Sight, well, actually, you can turn Death Sight on.
Yeah, I want to do that because I'm like, is this?
He does not have a soul.
Yeah, he's some sort of a construct, yeah, or something like that.
He does not have a soul, and because you have mind, he does have thought.
Yeah, I want to. I mean, scrutinizing is kind of rude.
It is.
I'm really curious.
I mean, if he's not supernal, he probably wouldn't notice it.
Yeah, I want to ask permission to study him, kind of. Like, I want to know more about you.
Yeah, with a magical connotation, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he nods. And he stands up and like draws his robe off, and like stands like.
Okay.
He's got pants on. Damn it! I mean, he's got like this.
Just checking.
It's true. I did just mention he's only got the robe, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, for me it was this like kind of overcoat.
Yeah, like
thing.
a vest, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I appreciate that both of you reacted the same way, though.
So it's Gnosis and
whatever you're using to study him with.
I'm gonna use Mind.
Okay. And what are you trying to? So I can figure out what the opacity might be. What are you trying to get?
I want to know what he is, like what might have made him. Because I know he can think. Mm-hmm. I know he doesn't have a soul.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's not quite human by looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is it? What is he?
Mine probably isn't really going to get you too much. You know,
I thought trying to look at like his what caused the cognition.
Life.
Yeah. Because this is probably going to be more like if you're talking like you think he's been magically created. This can be more of like prime, and otherwise it's more of a life thing, which I guess you do have.
I have a point in life. Yeah, I can try that.
Just how pointy is he? Is it like Conehead? No. Like his head is actually like fairly normal.
One success.
Okay. This is a opacity of 3. So
can I use willpowers for this?
You can, and you can also spend mana to give extra successes.
Okay, well, just give me a success when I roll.
If I get a success.
If you get one, it gives you extras.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll spend mana then.
Okay.
So that gives me 4, but that's still kind of waste.
So it's 3. Willpower. Yep. Okay.
I've used 2 of my willpowers now.
Okay.
Let me mark off that mana also.
Okay. And you can spend multiple mana. Now, in this case, I wouldn't suggest it because...
No. 3 successes.
Okay.
So I'm at 1.
Down to 1.
1 opacity. Mm-hmm. And one safe roll left. Some weird shit right here.
2.
Hey, and then go ahead and roll the reveal.
Nope.
That is super weird. Good job. Go ahead and reroll -1.
Okay. Can I use my last willpower on this?
I mean, you can, but there's no like unsafe rolls here.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I want to succeed.
Sure.
Oh, I just rolled. Okay, yeah. I did not use the willpower.
No willpower there. Okay. Yeah. So you reveal, and this man was created the same way you guys were. You were born. When a mommy elf person and a daddy elf person fall in love. Yeah. And as far as you can see, he has a normal, ordinary life cycle. His body, especially scrutinizing him and stuff like that, he seems to age, and will eventually die of old age. Though looking at him, he, especially scrutinizing, these people probably have maybe double or triple the lifespan of humans. But you also their, I don't know biologically which it would be. I think it's probably they have a slower metabolism, and just they kind of live life slower. It's very tortoise-esque. And they just kind of live a long time. And trying to remember what else life covers in terms of purview. Why don't I pull up the book?
So I know life can
go ahead.
Create life when you have 5 dots. So being someone made this species of people.
Technically, without even rolling, yes, life can create life, and then
even at 3 dots, you could change.
You could change.
Can transform life and make it pass to their descendants. It's an indefinite spell that originally created them.
Yep. Yeah. Once you legitimately, once you have a breeding pair that you could create with life, then even if that spell runs out, the thing that they created
can just keep reproducing. So,
well, not even, because it doesn't change them from being.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the 5 dot version. I know you're talking about the 3 dot. Yeah. But if somebody were to create these things out of thin air, they could do that. So you can do it with 3 dots as well. Just altering humans. Oh, but sorry. The reason I bring that up is because with 5 dots, the thing like humans or created humans, created bodies are soulless and immediately gain the soulless condition. So these guys don't seem to be
condition.
He does not seem to be suffering from that condition. So
this is not like.
I mean, without getting really weird with this is like a a daemon. For the sci-fi term of an elevated beast or something like that. This is as far as what you're getting from him, seeing that he's got no soul, he's thinking, and is born. It is like we gave the dolphin the ability to speak, something like that. It is probably a little. Yeah, I was to say it's probably a little like, I'm not so sure about this. But it is. It doesn't
uplifted.
Seem uplifted.
Mayan chat
Thank
says
you.
uplifted.
Yeah, I was thinking. I'm just like they're like golems, but they're. But
people.
They're not, because there's no active spell on them. They're like people golems that can self-reproduce. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you can create life and you can say, yes, that life can reproduce, because you're creating it.
It's very weird.
Yes.
Very, very strange. I'm going to take my arcane beat for looking at this weird thing.
Please do.
Does my phone work?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
No cell service.
One of these days, I'm going to have a fucking reason to use Camera Obscura and take some shit back to the nerds.
Excuse me. Hang on. Roll that back just a step. Your phone turns on. You have no cell signal.
Oh, okay, cool.
Pictures.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to cast Camera Obscura.
Want to, the one strand of fate seems really strange to me, so can I scrutinize that?
Sure.
See what's going on with it?
I cast Camera Obscura. It lasts for a while because it's a duration spell.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. And you start taking photos.
I'm going to photograph him.
Yep. Yeah, and he nods. Your ways are not his ways, but he's totally cool with it. Hold that thought. I got to do some math. Yeah, okay. And then one to reveal.
Yep.
Cool. No problem. This guy has a purpose. And kind of looking at it, he was born for a purpose. He will continue that purpose, and then he will die when his when his time comes.
And nothing else will ever happen to him. Lightning strikes, fires, stub his toe. Like
I don't think they have this here.
Nope.
Strange.
Yes.
Okay.
And just
Chat's telling us to
this is
snatch a breeding pair.
This is
No.
really,
These are people.
it's like messing with ghosts.
yeah. So I talked to Atratus, like, this is majorly effed up.
They're, I mean,
When I'm looking around in Mage Site, is there anything weird going on, like with the area itself, with like where we are with Prime or forces?
Forces would, especially with weather.
Mhm.
Yeah, this place is.
There is none.
It is freaking paradise. It has weather, in the fact that it will
but
rain.
it's perfect weather.
The exact amount it needs to.
Correct. Yeah, it is. It is
Right.
on especially a Brimos mage site. You're like,
Yeah.
yes, there is a clock. It is rain o'clock. It is
rain
yeah.
o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's what I thought.
So this whole thing is a constructed realm.
Yes.
Very likely.
Yeah.
That is a good observation, supported by evidence. Also, real quick, because I know it's in here, but I can't find it. Can you remind me? Camera Obscura does. Remember correctly, it allows
Camera
you to
Obscura it allows you to take pictures,
Mhm.
which you can then. I should have probably had to figure out more about this. It allows you to scrutinize the picture. Like you can scrutinize the mystery through the recording. But I would have had to probably change some dice on this because the potency caps the base dice for revelation and scrutiny.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
Okay. But I mean, and we can do that later.
We can do that off screen, and I mean, I can take enough like
Right.
yantras and shit. I just rolled Gnosis plus Prime to do it.
The
I'm
main
sure
thing is
that I
going to
can
be the
get it to about 5 potency or so.
and you would also need the additional reach.
Not necessarily. If I just keep it in spell control.
And just make the
It's a
duration
duration
long
spell.
enough. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you'd have to take another mana later. Especially I imagine you're like taking pictures and you go, wait, hang on, I need a better spell for this. Shake, shake, shake. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. Excuse me. Yeah. So after you both kind of scrutinize him and seem to start to talk amongst yourself, he kind of puts his robe back down and sits. And yeah, he seems absolutely unperturbed. He's very nonplussed. The new definition of nonplussed, not the old one.
Sure.
And yeah, he's just very calm.
He's plussed.
I mean, for him, he's like probably the only one in anyone's memory who's actually getting to do his purpose. So
potentially, yeah.
So
I mean, if you ask him, he does other stuff within the town. He performs marriages.
Sometimes it's preach o'clock, sometimes it's eat o'clock.
Yeah. And he doesn't. There's no sermons, no lessons. But he does teach, I guess, but no like religious-y sermons. But yeah, he teaches, passes on, what stuff was taught to him, and yeah, he performs marriages,
Which are probably also preordained, right?
No.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I had a template up before doing the shifting the odds. I'm going to do the same thing. Use my little divining crystal.
Mm-hmm. What are you looking for before you cast, please?
I want the grimoire.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
The next thing leads me towards a grimoire.
Yeah.
2 successes.
Yeah, and it kind of swings out towards the wall of the building you're in.
So he had a name? Did he have a name?
Not that he is given you.
What's your name?
ask him his name. Yeah.
In his thoughts, and stuff, he gives you priest.
Speak your name.
His name is Priest.
His name is Priest. For the intents and purposes of our
All right.
Because I'm not going to try and create a name out
Look
of
up
some
a Mayan word for priest.
But
Is it okay
it's
if-
not even Mayan. It is, some other language that's developed here.
Is it okay if we walk around and look around a little bit?
Yes.
So, you guys want to come have a look around?
Mm-hmm.
As I'm swinging my crystal around.
Yeah, which
Sure.
is the other thing. For all the spells you guys have cast and stuff like that,
It's
Paradox
not causing
is-
breaking points.
correct. Yeah, no paradox. Well,
Yeah,
not
I
beyond
definitely had that thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so did some people in chat. They were like, "Ooh, Hoopers."
Okay, yeah, I guess let's
Man, this is fucking wild.
go
Yeah.
for a walk.
Yep. And so you guys walk, and he follows with you. And he's just calm and speaks to people, and oh yeah, they're fine, and like there are like some children who like come close, and he kind of mentally says to you, would you can you say hello? These are the you're the first lost ones that these little ones have ever seen, and first ones I've ever seen, but they've heard stories of you. These little
Has anyone here ever seen a lost one before?
not of my generation or younger, but there are some elders who have told stories of of seeing them, and of course bear in mind, considering their age, how far back, just a couple generations, and you're talking 600 700 years,
Right. Back to actual Mayan
and
times.
560. Yeah. That
Shit's
said,
wild as fuck.
especially as you're walking around and asking those questions, it's definitely like you kind of work out that they've lost ones have visited since like 560. Like,
Yeah. People do come through here sometimes.
Mhm.
On purpose?
what?
Yeah, I want to try
Probably
to ask
not.
them if people come here, if the other people seem to
As
be
lost
here
as you are?
intentionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
He says,
did they come here knowing they were going down the Golden Road?
I guess he says, as far as he knows, all the stories say that, lost ones, but having never met, he doesn't know the specific details, but, we can go speak with some elder ones, and you guys, make your way over there, and, they're like, yeah, no, the previous ones who've come here were ready and, prepared, and they wore wore appropriate clothes, and like you get okay boomered from these folks as they're like judging your attire. They're kind of looking you up and down. And it's like, why aren't you wearing the right clothes for this? But yeah, the other people who came, knew what they were, what they were about.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that's interesting. I guess we want to spend the night and get prepared, or do we just want to head out?
I guess so.
We're following my.
Yeah, as you walk,
Yeah.
Mhm.
through the city and stuff like that. Yeah, it's it points off like into the woods, and the priest kind of like keeps you away from walking into actually I say woods, jungle, and they continues kind of like, oh no, we don't need to go there, come on, and like your pendant keeps, but eventually like he brings you to the Golden Road, which everything else has been this packed dirt and stuff like that, and here is. And it's it's the it's a golden road, and we're not talking the yellow brick road. We're talking about
it's actual gold.
It's actual gold, and they are enormous slabs. I get that on camera. Yeah, like
click, click, click.
Right. And it's these enormous slabs, and they're brick style of kind of alternating and stuff like that. Easily 30 feet wide.
Can my better sight tell me who made this?
Who made this? No.
Mine can slap a hand down on the road.
When you do that, this is gold.
But
I mean, better sight would tell me it's gold. I want to know like
who built it.
Nobody seems to have made it.
Yeah. Okay.
I would go so far Songbird, because of your legacy, to know that, well, this and similar language, Smith made it and forged it and made it. But yeah, as far as you can get, there's no like supernatural arc awakened magic thing that made it. It was these giant bricks of gold were smithed and not just willed out of magic. So is this some plane? Yeah, it's some plane.
Yeah.
So there's
I don't have to roll for soul marks. Apparently,
Correct.
I forgot about that. I can just do it.
and
If specifically for that though, you have to touch them. You don't have reach for sensory range. But yes, that's true. You do.
So there's fate because we've seen fate. There's time in this realm.
I mean, there's generations passing and stuff, so yeah.
Well, but that doesn't necessarily mean. That's what I mean. Like time is still flowing here. Was there any?
You haven't noticed anything weird with time.
Yeah.
So yes.
So was there any difference between outside and inside the iris?
What do you mean? Like time dilation?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
Still the year of our gritty 2019.
All right.
All right. Songbirds keyed the fuck up to go explore this shit.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask them, like, now that we can talk, has anyone ever come back from the Golden Road?
That is not the purpose of the journey. Again, I imagine at this point you guys have kind of congregated with, some of these elder folks, and lost ones go down the road, and that is for them to know. We don't see them after.
Okay. All right. So,
I'm totally torn.
out.
Which
I mean,
we got 7 minutes. I think we go to sleep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking call it a day.
My divining
talk
is
over
still
next
saying
week what our plan is.
My divining is still saying it's off in the jungle somewhere.
It follows the road.
Straight down the road.
Down the road.
Yep.
It's like we're walking this golden path.
Yep.
Let's just
Find out what's at the other end.
start walking.
Well, I think you guys probably spend the night. That way you can recover at least one willpower.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many of you are out?
Oh, can I get one for my curiosity?
Yes. Didn't really put yourself
Still
in
have 3
danger,
left.
but yeah. Well, excuse me, you don't have to put yourself in danger for curiosity. And where were we saying you didn't have to roll for soul marks?
It's an attainment, my legacy attainment.
That's your second one, but you don't have that yet.
Do I not?
No, because you still have to spend one point
you have to
of
pay
XP.
for it. Okay.
Yeah, which, I mean, probably the fastest XP you're ever going to spend.
I have to wait and go do another initiation.
Yep. Which, yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to do that. Because, I want to read... Because, actually...
I want that 2 dot. It's so good.
It is pretty good. I think...
So good.
I think unless you guys have something else to do, like, immediately you guys go... there are rooms. It's a... kind of like a longhouse, kind of like if you think of like the Iroquois, longhouse kind of stuff, but done up Mayan. And it's just these small little bed chambers made of stone and stuff like that. And there's a small, probably compared to a modern bed, a little uncomfortable, but blankets and stuff like that. And there's one for each of you. And there's a bunch of like empty ones. Like as if they were prepared for an inundation of lost ones. But yeah, you guys are given rooms, some very simple, what you imagine is a evolution off of Mayan cuisine, and cool, absolutely terrific tasting water. It's just water, but
it's perfect.
Yeah.
Everything's perfect here.
Untainted.
Yep.
Yeah. Untainted we'll go with. Yeah. But not quite to like Stepford Wives level of, ooh, it's perfect here. But yeah. Everything is in its set purpose. Yeah, but close. Yes, Greg.
I'm gonna do a divination.
Sure.
We're alone now, right?
Sure.
So I'll
I
come
mean, you
to...
could do it in front of them. It wouldn't matter.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do bonuses, so Yonter bonus is capped at 5. So that would be 10.
10 dice. Mm-hmm.
3 successes.
2 questions.
Oh, right. Shit, that's what I wanted potency for. Oh, well.
Reroll it with, less dice.
Yeah, I'll reroll it with this dice. And I just pay the reach for the extra information.
Right. Yeah, I'm used to the divination at this point.
Yeah, okay. So instead of 10, it'd be like...
How many questions do you want?
6 dice.
And then you can have more yantras too.
Oh, that's true. I can, yeah, because I had it up to...
Right.
I'm using my... no, I didn't take that with me. But
you could just take 3 questions and call it a day.
I'll use my mirror.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good.
To keep it at 10. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to reroll. Yeah. Yeah.
So, is the Golden Road dangerous?
Yes.
What's waiting at the other end of the Golden Road?
The treasure you seek.
What threats are at the end of the Golden Road?
None.
Okay, so all the threats are just on the journey. It's a gauntlet. Basically, we're
Got 'em.
running a gauntlet to the treasure. If we make it past the gauntlet, then we're good.
Maybe.
Maybe. One might surmise from your divination that, yeah.
All right.
So, with that, as Wyrd contemplates the future within her little bedroom, you guys rest, relax, take a minute. As I contemplate changing up attainments with initiations, because I wonder if we should space out those ones, because there's only really 3 initiations for the Forge Masters. They do 1, 3, and 5. Anyways, we'll think about that. If you guys
Having to
have
go stab a nail through yourself for every attainment seems a bit much.
Yeah. I mean, and it has a nice symbology with the 3, because it's one wrist, then the other wrist, and then chest? I'm trying to remember what they are, but
Sounds like stomach or something.
yeah, torso-ish, but yeah. So yeah, 1, 3, and 5 maybe. We'll think about it. If you have any ideas of how we should do legacy attainments, come join us. It's on Discord. That's yeetinto.space. See how that's it's called the segue. Yeet into space. Yeet into .space. Of course, if you want to support us monetarily or just kind of keep track of the weird non-show stuff that we occasionally post, come by patreon.com/occultists anonymous, also known as staylucky.club, and come join us there, hang out, and yeah, if you want to support us monetarily, we greatly appreciate it. That's why Craig sounds so snazzy now with the new mic, and yeah, I think I've put my foot down. I think new art is the next step, unless we come up with some other stuff. Because yeah, I think now, especially, we'll wait and see what exactly happens with Wyrd's legacy. But I would like to do some art that shows some passage, and maybe female and male songbird potentially. If I get really snazzy, maybe I'll figure a way to put it out on the overlay as a GIF. I don't know. I'm going to have to consult my wife for that.
Yeah, probably, that's probably going to drive your graphic
that would be
graphic
good.
designer
back to back would be good.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you guys for joining us. Welcome to this place. They don't know what the place is, but it's got a golden road, and it leads someplace that has treasure at the end. Call it Oz? I don't know.
We're fucking not in Kansas, that's for sure.
I've been very excited about this place for a little bit. Yes, I stole some stuff from the Root people, which is in, I can't remember where.
Consigns of Sorcery.
Science and sorcery. Okay. But yeah, there's all sorts of weird dimensions and weird planes out there where stuff just kind of went a little awry.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. It's not quite lower depths. It's not completely broken. It's not abyssal, but just odd. So yeah, there you go. So I'm looking forward to this place. Yeah, next time we meet up, we will be traveling down the Golden Road towards something. Thank you guys for joining us. And yeah, I did all those things already. Yeah, so take us out, Craig.
Stay lucky.